There is a man in the Bible most Christian men have never been introduced to. He is rich, but the money never owns him. He sleeps at night when the economy is shaking. His children eat from a table he built with his own 2 hands, and when he is long gone, they will still be eating from it. He gives, but not the way you've been taught to give. He lends, but he is never foolish with it. He hears bad news, and his heart does not move. He does not chase wealth. Wealth follows him the way shadow follows a man walking toward the sun. This man is not a fantasy. He is written down in Psalm 112, and God himself sketches his portrait in 10 short verses, and hidden in those verses are 7 habits. 7 habits that separate the Christian man who is financially healthy from the Christian man who is always tired, always anxious, always one bill away from panic, no matter how much he prays. I want to walk you through all 7, not to shame you, not to sell you anything, just to hold up the portrait and let you decide if the man in the frame looks like you yet. Because the truth is this: God is not hiding prosperity from his sons. He is waiting for his sons to become the kind of men who can carry it. Let's meet him. The Psalm 112 man. Habit 1. He fears God before he fears the market. The psalm opens with one line: "Blessed is the man who fears the Lord, who greatly delights in his commandments." Before money, before children, before houses, before giving. Fear of God. Most Christian men have never thought about this. We think finance begins with a budget, a job, a plan. The Bible says finance begins with a fear. And here's the truth: every man fears something. Some fear poverty, so they chase money their whole life and call it ambition. Some fear the economy. Every headline shakes them. Every dip in the market steals their sleep. Some fear running out, so they hoard. They grip every dollar until it bruises their hand. Every man bows to something. The Psalm 112 man bows to God, and that single decision sets him free from 100 other fears that rule other men. Notice the word delights, not tolerates, not obeys reluctantly. Delights. When God says, "Do not love money," this man nods. He has watched the love of money eat his brothers alive. He knows the command is protecting him, not limiting him. When God says the borrower is slave to the lender, he does not look for a loophole. He restructures his entire life around not living as a slave. Before you worry about your budget, your debt, your salary, ask one question: who do I actually fear? Whatever sits on that throne is running your finances, not your spreadsheet, your fear. Until God sits on that throne, every other habit in this psalm will be a performance you cannot sustain. This is habit 1, the root, the rest grows from here. Habit 2, he builds a table his grandchildren will eat from. Read the 2nd verse. His offspring will be mighty in the land. The generation of the upright will be blessed. The psalmist does not say this man is blessed. He says his children are blessed and his children's children. Stop and let that land. The Psalm 112 man is not making financial decisions for himself. He is making them for people who have not been born yet. Most Christian men spend like orphans. They spend like the money ends with them. They spend like tomorrow is the farthest horizon. They spend like their name will not live in someone else's mouth after they are gone. The Psalm 112 man spends like a patriarch. When he builds for someone else to inherit. When he saves past his own lifetime. When he teaches his sons about money, he is not teaching them to survive. He is teaching them to continue what he started. There is a line in Proverbs that describes this exact man. A good man leaves an inheritance to his children's children. Not just his children, his children's children. 2 generations he will never meet, and he is working for them right now. Look at your own life. What are you building that will still be standing when your grandchildren are grown? If the answer is nothing, you are not poor. You are just spending like an orphan, like a man who came from nowhere and is going nowhere. The Psalm 112 man refuses that. He lifts his eyes past his own comfort, past his own lifetime, past his own name, and he builds a table, a business, a discipline, a faith, something his grandchildren will eat from. This is habit 2, the eyes that see past the self. Habit 3, he stays soft as he gets strong. Verse 4 says something about this man that most men lose the moment money arrives. Light dawns in the darkness for the upright. He is gracious, merciful, and righteous. Gracious, merciful, righteous. 3 words that describe a soft heart in a strong man. Watch what happens to most men when they prosper. They get hard. They get short with people. They stop returning calls from the people who knew them before. They look down on the struggles they used to have. They confuse the grace of God with their own brilliance. Money reveals what was always inside a man. If there was pride hiding, money will drag it into the light. If there was cruelty hiding, money will hand it a microphone. The Psalm 112 man is different. He gets resources and somehow gets softer, not weaker, softer. He is gracious to the man who works for him. He is merciful to the brother who owes him. He is righteous to the supplier he could cheat and probably get away with. This is the test most men fail. And it is the test no one warns you about. Wealth is not only a tool, it is a mirror. And the mirror is cruel. It shows you what you actually are underneath the budget you are running. If the man under the money is proud, money will make him unbearable. If the man under the money is fearful, money will make him controlling. If the man under the money is gracious, money will make him beautiful. The Psalm 112 man grows downward before he grows outward. His roots go into God before his branches stretch into the world. That is why he can hold wealth without wealth holding him. This is habit 3. Soft heart, strong hand. Habit 4. He keeps an open hand. Verse 5 begins with this: "It is well with the man who deals generously and lends." Notice what it does not say. It does not say it is well with the man who gives away everything he has to whoever asks. It does not say it is well with the man whose kindness makes others lazy. It says he deals generously, and he lends. Generous and wise, open and measured. The Psalm 112 man keeps his hand open, but open is not the same as careless. When a brother needs help, he helps. When a man needs a door opened, he opens it. When someone younger needs wisdom, he gives it. And sometimes the help is not money at all. Sometimes the help is a phone number, a referral, a name dropped in the right room, a skill taught for free that someone else paid to learn, an opportunity shared that could have been hoarded. This is the kind of giving most Christian teaching has forgotten. Because handing out money is easy. Money lets you stay the hero, and the other man stay the charity case. But sharing an opportunity, that lifts a brother to stand beside you. And the Psalm 112 man is not afraid to have brothers standing beside him. He is not insecure. He is not hoarding. He is generous the way a river is generous. Resources move through him to someone downstream, and he never loses anything in the passing. But look at the second word. Lends, not just gives. Lends. Because sometimes the most generous thing you can do for a brother is not hand him fish forever. It is lend him what he needs to stand on his own feet and pay you back with his head held high. The Psalm 112 man knows the difference. He gives when giving dignifies. He lends when lending strengthens. He opens doors when doors are what the brother actually needs. His hand is open, but his eyes are wise. This is habit 4. The open hand that does not make weak men. Habit 5. He conducts his affairs with wisdom. The second half of verse 5 is the half most sermons skip. He conducts his affairs with justice. Other translations say with discretion. This man is not just generous. He is sharp. He plans. He thinks. He does not move on emotion. He does not make decisions at 2 a.m. when anxiety is loud. He does not buy what he cannot afford to impress people who are not thinking about him. The Psalm 112 man is a strategist. Most Christian men have been taught that being spiritual means being impractical. Pray about it. Trust God. Do not worry about the details. God will make a way. God will make a way. But God also wrote a whole book in the Bible called Proverbs, and most of it is about how to handle money with your brain. Go to the ant, you sluggard. Consider her ways and be wise. In the house of the wise are stores of choice food and oil. The plans of the diligent lead to profit. God is not offended by your wisdom. God gave you wisdom. The Psalm 112 man is a man of justice in his dealings. He does not cheat. He does not shortchange. He does not cut corners that hurt other people. But he is also a man of discretion. He thinks before he signs. He reads before he agrees. He asks questions the average man is embarrassed to ask. He walks away from deals that glitter but do not hold up under light. Watch what the verse is doing. In the first half, he is generous. In the second half, he is shrewd. Most men pick one. They are either generous and naive or shrewd and stingy. The Psalm 112 man holds both in the same hand. Open to his brother, closed to the fool, soft to the one who needs help, hard to the one who would exploit him. That balance is not natural. It is a habit, a discipline, a walk. This is habit 5, wisdom and holiness in the same man. Habit 6, his heart does not move when the news is bad. Now listen to verses 7 and 8. Because the psalmist says the same thing twice. And when the Bible says the same thing twice, you're supposed to stop. He is not afraid of bad news. His heart is firm, trusting in the Lord. His heart is steady. He will not be afraid. 2 verses, 1 point. His heart does not move when the news is bad. Think about what this means. The economy dips. His heart does not move. The business loses a client. His heart does not move. The currency devalues. His heart does not move. Headlines scream crisis. His heart does not move. This is not pretending. This is not fake faith. This is not a man ignoring reality. This is a man whose heart is anchored somewhere the news cannot reach. Most men's hearts are tied to their portfolios. The numbers go up, the heart goes up. The numbers drop, the heart drops. One emotional string connected to a screen that changes every second. No wonder they cannot sleep. No wonder they cannot pray. No wonder they make panic decisions that cost them everything. The Psalm 112 man cut that string a long time ago. His heart is tied to the Lord, not to the market. And the Lord is not having a bad quarter. Here's the hidden truth of this habit. Fear is the most expensive habit in finance. Fear makes men sell at the bottom. Fear makes men hoard instead of build. Fear makes them cling when they should release. Fear makes them chase when they should stand still. The man who does not fear can see clearly. The man who sees clearly acts wisely. The man who acts wisely ends the decade in a different place than the man who panicked. The Psalm 112 man will look back in 20 years and realize that his steady heart, more than his strategy, was what built his life. When the news is bad, does your heart move? If it does, you are not in a financial problem. You are in a faith problem. And until the faith is fixed, no strategy will save you. This is habit 6, a heart that does not move. Habit 7, he gives where nothing comes back. And finally, verse 9, the crown of the psalm, he has distributed freely, he has given to the poor, his righteousness endures forever. Watch the progression. In verse 5, he lent to people who could pay him back. In verse 9, he gives to people who cannot. The Psalm 112 man has a final habit that sets him apart from every wealthy man you know. He gives where nothing comes back, not to the cause that will put his name on a plaque, not to the platform that will mention him from the stage, not to the crowd that will applaud him. To the poor. The poor cannot thank him publicly. The poor cannot repay him. The poor cannot make him look good at dinner. The poor can do nothing for him, which is exactly the point. Most giving has become a quiet exchange. Give here, receive there. Plant a seed, harvest a blessing. Release a gift, expect a return. The Psalm 112 man does not give like that. He gives because God has been unreasonably good to him. And when a man has been given that much, he cannot hold it tight. His hand opens on its own. Not because he is buying blessing, because his hand has already been filled beyond what it can carry. And here is the quiet mystery of the psalm. The verse says, his righteousness endures forever. The money does not endure. The house does not endure. The business will eventually pass to someone else. But the righteousness, the character, the generosity, the hand that opened to the man who could not pay, that endures. Long after his name is forgotten on earth, God still remembers the brother he lifted, the family he saved, the opportunity he shared that nobody else knew he shared. This is the last habit, and it is the highest. You will not reach it by trying. You will reach it by becoming. Habit 1 through 6 form the man. Habit 7 is what the man does when he has been formed. This is the Psalm 112 man, complete. 7 habits, 1 man, fear of God, generational vision, a soft heart, an open hand, a wise mind, a steady chest, a hand that gives where nothing comes back. This is not a formula. You cannot pick 3 and skip 4. Psalm 112 is not a buffet. It is a portrait, and the man in the portrait is whole. If you look at these 7 habits and feel the gap between where you are and where he is, do not be ashamed, be invited. That gap is not your judgment. It is your map. God is not hiding prosperity from his sons. He is waiting for his sons to become the kind of men who can carry it without it killing them. The Psalm 112 man is not a fantasy. He is a blueprint. And every habit in this psalm is a doorway you can walk through today. Pick one, just one. The habit that convicted you the hardest as you listened. Start there this week, not all 7. 1. Because a man who masters one habit becomes the kind of man who can master the next, and the next, and the next. Until one day you look up, and the man in the portrait looks a little more like you. If this spoke to you, comment one word, Psalm 112. Let us see who is rising. And subscribe, because we are walking through the scriptures that build real men, not performative ones. Grace and strength to you. Until the next one.